One of the things we talk about on this channel a lot is the consoles, of course, and the consoles that, I mean, they've stagnated. People can try to spin it all they want and say that they're growing and the consoles are selling to more and more people every single time that they do come out. But the numbers show console sales, no matter which platform you're on, PlayStation, Nintendo, or Xbox, they're selling to basically the same people. I would say Nintendo has a little bit of an advantage because you have people and adults who play Nintendo their whole lives. Then they have kids and they buy like multiple Nintendo Switches for their families and stuff like that. But still, overall, I don't think you're going to see a major jump from generation to generation in terms of console sales of the Nintendo Switch, and with the Switch 2, especially because the price has raised. But on the Xbox side and the PlayStation side, for sure, you're not really going to see them, I think, surpass previous generations. PS5, I don't believe, will sell more than the PS4 unless they allow that thing to live forever and ever. It'll be close, but again, selling it to these same people, and with the rise in the development cost of making games, it's just not good enough. Developers and publishers need more. The line needs to go up. They can't just continuously sell to the same people, especially when a lot of those people at this point are just playing the same games, playing the black hole games. So you have to ask yourself, what's the move? And the move is to expand to more platforms. But consoles are still very important, especially when you have a service like Xbox Game Pass, where games that you would have never heard about get some attention, some spotlight. People see it in their service, they download it, they try it, they tell their friends. I think the word of mouth from Xbox Game Pass is one of the most important things. And one of those games here is Mullet Madjack, one that I just downloaded and tried out and loved it. And I told a bunch of people to go ahead and play because I played it on Xbox Game Pass. They have weighed in here on the Xbox success and proving how vital actually consoles are for games like this to succeed. This is what the dev does have to say in terms of the fact that the game has reached over 1.3 million downloads, which is very good. I mean, for a game like this, a small game, it's a fast-paced FPS. You're trying to get like a higher score and stuff. It's really fun. I would recommend going and check it out. This is a great amount of downloads. They say this milestone not only validates the strengths of the project, but also proves how vital consoles are for scaling independent games. We're working to bring our other titles to these platforms and keep putting Latin games on the global map, which is huge. I mean, 1.3 million, again, for a smaller game. It's only a $16 game, got good scores on Metacritic, but still, there are a lot of indie games that get great scores and nobody talks about them and nobody plays them. But because it was able to get out there, land on the consoles, land on a service like Xbox Game Pass, it really just shows how important right now, even the current user base, is to get these games more notoriety. And I think when we look at the stagnation of the consoles and we look at the same people buying the same stuff, or the black hole games taking over a lot of gamers' mind share, that has the biggest effect on AAA. But the indie side, if they get a million sales, if they're an up and coming developer, they're going to be able to continue to make their games, even if they get less than that. Their cost of developing games are much smaller, and they probably have a much lower threshold that they have to reach in order to be able to continue. So that's where I really see Game Pass consoles. If the same user base is playing the same stuff and it's putting it out there on Xbox, even if there's only 30 to 40 million consoles out there, still very important to get these games out there for more people to see. And Game Pass as a service does a very, very good job. I've experienced this so many times where I've played games, smaller games, indie games generally, which I love indie games, but games that I would have never played or never heard about or checked out if it wasn't for the Xbox Game Pass service, simply because I just didn't know about them. I didn't hear about them, didn't see any trailers, but I check it out on Game Pass and boom, now I'm playing it, enjoying it, and then going ahead and I'm telling my friends about it. I'm telling a lot of people who would have never heard about this game either, simply because they're smaller. Game Pass comes in huge there.